Diddy. Welcome to this week's weekly Oracle read with Ms. Hanah Bell and Ricky Kell.
All right, so this is for November 17th through the 23rd.
Ooh, how much fun.
So I'm going to start off with the Mandala Oracle. I like how simple and plain this one is. Joy is a net of love with which you can catch souls.
A net of love, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Wow, that's beautiful. Okay, I've got the mirror cards. I know what I'm doing. And the first one I have is change.
Smooth seas do not make skillful sailors.
That is beautiful. That is very true. Wow, I can see the lines in the computer. I'd say solar flares. And the second one I got is communication.
There are few relationships that would not benefit from a little more communication and a little less guesswork.
How valid is that? Alrighty then.
And then from my other deck, I've gotten I craft my core desires with certainty and ease.
Very nice.
My home is a sacred space full of beauty, inspiration, and protection. And lastly, I live each moment with a presence of gratitude.
Yes, yes. That's lovely. Okay, I have cards, but they apparently need to wait, so when they call on me, I'll share them with you.
Mm. So we start off Monday in the beginning hours with the moon in Libra. And then the moon enters Scorpio later on Monday. It's in Scorpio until Thursday, where it goes into Sagittarius. And then it stays there until Sunday, where it goes into Capricorn. So Libra through Sagittarius is the dark of the dark. It's where there is officially more light than day. And then Capricorn is the light of the dark, where it's reached its darkest moment and then the light steadily grows. However, dark comes before light because there is still more darkness than light. It's just steadily growing. This entire week is Grand Water Trine and New Moon. Like, that's pretty much the energy of the week. Grand Water Trine and New Moon. Woo!
Emotions, emotions, emotions.
So even though when the moon enters Capricorn, it's technically considered in its detriment, I got the feeling that this would be like over the hump. Like, finally out of whatever that was. Whatever that was. Finally got out of the locked room. Like, yeah, not that it's going to be that bad. It's going to be different for everyone, of course. But, like, the entire week is Grand Water Trine and New Moon. So Monday, definitely Grand Water Trine. The sun in Scorpio is officially... Here, I'll just show my lovely little drawing down here. The sun in Scorpio is officially in trine with Jupiter in Cancer and Saturn, not necessarily Neptune at this point, but definitely Saturn down here in Pisces. So it's creating that lovely triangle right there.
Mm-hmm.
Woo!
Hey.
Mercury is going retrograde in Sagittarius and really quickly does a sextile with Pluto while the Grand Water Trine is going on. And then the moon enters Scorpio from Libra into Scorpio. A whole lot going on Monday real quick.
The moon enters Scorpio on Monday after leaving Libra.
Uh-huh.
Oh, okay.
Scorpio is technically where the moon is in its fall, which I don't even know. It's worse than when the moon's in Capricorn, which is why I'm like, we'll feel like we're out of wherever we're stuck.
We're no longer grounded to our room.
Even though the moon will enter Sagittarius before it reaches Capricorn, there's still such water trine energy. Well, like, new moon is part of the water trine. So it's sort of kind of imbuing such a Scorpio energy into this wave of the water trine that I don't know if we'll actually be able to get away from the Scorpio energy, which is why I feel like once we reach Sunday, it's going to be a moment of wiping the sweat from our brow.
Sunday.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I have been hollered at about a card, and this is the Ancient Stones that I'm showing you. It's the Wisdom Keeper, a new perspective, study, and learn.
Very nice.
I really love that. Okay.
Do you have any questions about Monday?
No, I'm just wondering how it's going to be like from Libra to Scorpio, because we had balance and harmony, and now Scorpio is like taking a deep dive. The moon, in the water trine, so bringing up more things that we haven't wanted to look at is what I'm feeling.
Yeah. Yeah. So I didn't mention that as soon as the moon enters Scorpio, it squares Pluto in Aquarius.
Oh.
So it's almost like the moon is being charged with extra Plutonian energy. Like there's a strong correlation between the sign of Scorpio and Pluto in general. Generic term is death and rebirth.
Mm-hmm.
Death and rebirth. Death and rebirth. But there's also deep passions. It is the strong, deep dive, intuition, getting to the nitty-gritty core of the problem. Sitting down, taking time to even talk to your wounded inner child.
I'm going to say, I feel like it's about gaining new knowledge or even having a new perception of a thing that allows you to see it differently and go, oh, well, well, that's new.
Yeah.
That's cool.
I can definitely see that. With Pluto being in Aquarius, it is it's got a broader perspective. Aquarius is a little more about the collective. It has a higher vantage point. It can see a little further.
Oh, so basically, goes with that knowledge is power. The more knowledge you learn about a thing, the deeper understanding you have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then to further emphasize this, Mercury has a lovely little sextile with Pluto on the same day. So it's similar interaction with Pluto, only a little different. Only I don't know if it's really that different because Mercury is going retrograde. It's at like 1 degree of Sagittarius and then will backtrack into Scorpio. So it's doing a similar thing that the moon is doing where it's coming into Scorpio and having contact with Pluto. It's Mercury leaving Sagittarius, going into Scorpio, having contact with Pluto.
Okay.
Mercury being more, I guess, the intellectual processes, communication, engineering, ingenuity.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just have, and like maybe I'm not understanding you completely because the movie Arrival keeps running into my mind about where she herself is trying to teach the English language to understand what they have to say, and a different country is trying to teach, what is it, chess, strategy, war, to try to understand.
Yeah.
I'm like, whoa, two different ways to look at the same thing. So the more knowledge you gain, you might go, oh, hey, yeah, this didn't suit me so well. Let's continue on with the more broader, larger picture of things.
Yeah. So I can see that. That's a really good example. I've heard a lot of astrologers refer to Pluto and Aquarius specifically about aliens. So it's fun that you even bring up movie Arrival, which is about communicating with aliens, in case you haven't seen it. Although
excellent flick.
It really is. There's also a strong Saturn-Neptune quality to it as well. Fun, because Grand Water Trine involving Saturn and Neptune.
Okay.
But what I was trying to get at, and I got sidetracked by my own thoughts, ha ha ha, is Mercury is the ruler of 2 of the 4 double-bodied signs.
Oh.
Gemini and Virgo. So it has the ability to be 2 things at once.
Yes. Yes.
And it is currently in another double-bodied sign, having the ability to be 2 things at once, being able to see it from a different side, a different perspective.
Oh, wow. Very interesting. Like being able to see the reverse image.
Yeah.
It gives you a whole new perspective of things.
Yeah. Mercury is also in Sagittarius, and I've heard somebody else describe this as needing to do a book report, but just going and getting like the footnotes, the basic, summarize the story for me, and I'm going to do my book report on that. Like, I don't actually want to take the time to read the thing, but that also doesn't make sense to me because Sagittarius is about learning and expanding knowledge anyway. However, there is this playful jester quality to Sagittarius, and I can see the trickster side of Mercury really diving into that, which is why I've spent literally too much time playing. I don't have time to do the book report, so just give me the quick notes.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. We're moving on to
Tuesday and Wednesday. They sort of kind of blend together. Mercury officially enters Scorpio and immediately has an opposition with Uranus and Taurus.
Oh.
This is actually kind of really fun. I think it's kind of really fun. There is, I think, a heightened intellectual quality with the Uranus-Mercury opposition. Not necessarily the let's take it apart to see how it works, but I wouldn't be surprised if there's a let's take it apart to see how it works. I got a sewing machine I'm thinking about taking apart to see if I can fix it, so I wouldn't be surprised if that happens on that day. But there is I feel like revolutionary is a little overused for Uranus, but maybe that is the proper way of describing this, especially with both Mercury and Uranus being in solid fixed signs. They're a little slower to change. So maybe we do need this revolutionary quality to move us forward.
Oh, that makes sense. That makes sense. Okay, I feel to pull a card. I'm getting this one. It was just a guess. I don't know why. We have prosperity, although I can't read that.
The universe is pouring its abundance out to you. Be open to receiving.
Ah, maybe that is why. Very good. Okay. Please continue.
Please continue. So late Tuesday, early Wednesday, the moon in Scorpio conjoins Venus, who is in Scorpio.
Oh,
Um,
what? That's fun.
that is fun. That is fun. I mean, Venus in Scorpio is considered to be in her detriment because she's in her opposite sign. But Scorpio is a feminine water sign, so I feel like she has an easier time here, especially with the moon at her side. Yes, the moon is becoming new, so it's losing light. I almost said gaining less light. But I can see where this almost amplifies like the notions of Persephone in the underworld. What is the other story? Is her name Inanna? A goddess who I think travels into the underworld to, I don't know, revive her sister or something. I don't know the story very well, but she goes through a whole death and rebirth process as well. Because the moon is also a feminine symbolism meeting up with Venus, who is a feminine symbolism. I can see where that highlights the, I guess, feminine struggle.
Yes. Yes.
I think it's like right around 15 degrees. And there is, in horary anyway, a special placement for the moon particularly, which is between 15 degrees Libra and 15 degrees Scorpio. So it's called the Via Combusta. It's like the most detrimental place for the moon to be. So like right there at the end, well, I guess at the 15 degrees, I think they can join exactly at 15 degrees, 22 minutes. So,
oh, wow.
Like the two feminine signs coming together in Scorpio, Mars's feminine sign. So there's extra femininity going on, like two women coming together to help each other through the struggle that they've literally just been through.
Oh.
Doesn't mean that that's actually going to happen, but I can see where this is a friend helping a friend out. Like, I didn't know you were going through this emotional turmoil. I've also been going through not the same, but a similar.
Well, girl, we got this.
Yeah,
we're going to break
this.
out the homemade icing, and then we're going to go run amok for a while.
Yeah.
Make ourselves feel we have to have that sugar to go.
Yeah.
That is funny stuff.
Venus in Scorpio can also highlight a more the word provocative comes in, and it's not, I feel like that is often taken in a sexual notion, but it's not really that. It's more thought-provoking. Like, it's illusionary.
Yes.
It's playing on the senses and the illusions to get, I guess, the thoughts churning in the way that you want them to.
That makes perfect sense to me.
Like, I'm just going to set out all the ingredients for cookies, and I'm going to hope that you're the one who actually makes the cookies.
Yes. Yes. Great idea. Wow. I'm going to read this card, okay? Yeah. Thanks for the tip, honey. All right. Oh, it's Bridget. Don't break down.
Don't back down.
Oh, sorry. Don't back down. Stand up for what you believe is right. My apologies. I even have both my glasses on. All right. Don't back down. Yeah, don't break down either.
Don't break down.
I think that was for me.
Still on Wednesday, the moon enters water trine range. Like after the conjunction with Venus, it takes a few hours and it's much later in the day, but it officially reaches like 22 degrees on Wednesday.
Oh, so sorry.
Wednesday afternoon, I think, and that's when it's officially in water trine range.
Oh.
So, even though the Grand Water Trine was already active, because Sun, Jupiter, Saturn, Neptune, it is doubly highlighted because it's both the luminaries now. Even though, again, the moon is losing light. However, the moon is considered to be in a balsamic moon phase. I've talked about this before. It's where it's holding on to that last little bit shred of a thumbnail light.
Yes.
In birth charts, this deals a lot with grief and surrender and loss. Like it has strong 12th house notions to it.
Yes.
So there could be some of that comes along. There's a card that I have pulled from the moon deck before that says medicine is, or wait, no, my shadow is my medicine.
Yes.
I feel like that is strong with the balsamic moon phase, like the last 45 to 30 degrees before the moon becomes new, which is basically its entire time through Scorpio, because the new moon happens at like 28, 29 degrees.
Yeah, I see that as such a blessing. Like, oh, yeah, I see you're working on your stuff. By the way, here's this last little thing that if you cleared it out, life would just be so much easier. So I see that a lot.
Yeah.
That's really cool. So are we going to...
Thursday? Yeah. We're going to Thursday, which is officially the new moon.
That's officially
officially the new moon. And it's not just any new moon. It's a new moon conjoined Mercury. Like, honestly, this might be one of the most energetically packed new moons, like, this entire year.
Really?
Like, I thought the new moon opposite Pluto was a big wow.
Yeah?
But this might be a bigger wow.
In what fashion?
Well, it's going to be a little different for everyone. It's going to be a little different for everyone. So... Water trine. Going based on water trine, if you're a water sign rising, it's going to take place in one of the three Dharma houses, that which without you would not be you. Also, the things that are true for you.
Oh, nice.
Let's see, fire signs, that's in the moksha houses, or would take place in one of the moksha houses. I think it's a little different for, of course, each sign. Like, if you're a Leo rising, it's the 4th house. If you're a Sagittarius rising, it's the 12th house. If you're an Aries rising, it's the 8th house, where the new moon in particular is taking place. And each of those houses have different meanings and archetypal symbolism that goes along with them. But in general, the moksha house is a place of liberation. On one hand, it's liberating from attachment to the material realm. Because it is water. It could even be liberation from something you've been holding on to emotionally.
Nice.
Spiritually, energetically.
Nice, very nice.
Alright, so that was fire and water. For earth, it is the Kama houses. I believe Kama translates to bliss. But it is where we find pleasure in the world. Interpersonal connection.
Nice.
And then for the air signs rising, it would happen in the Arta houses, which are also could be considered workhouses. It's the spaces in which you are, unlike the moksha houses, are, I guess, anchoring yourself into the material world. It's where you take your value in your work and how you present yourself in the material realm.
Oh, I like that. That's very nice. That is very nice. I have in ancient stone. If
I
you
can
take a
continue
moment.
talking about this after this. No problem. Sorry, I got a booger.
Ha! That's funny. Okay. It's The Edge. Oh, I love this one.
So pretty.
Take a chance and do something different. Look
This
how
is perfect.
magnificent. Magnificent. Okay, please continue.
All right, so this new moon is also, not only is it amidst the grand water trine in the sky, Mercury, I'll hold off on Mercury. This is all happening opposite Uranus and Taurus.
Oh,
So there will be, again, something a little revolutionary. There's going to be an alternate spin put on it. I can see where you think this is the new seeding point for this one thing, but it turns out to be something different. Like how certain types of plants, I'm thinking of brassicas in particular, so Brussels sprouts, cauliflower, cabbage, kale. Like when their seedlings first start, they all look the same. They all look the same. So it's like you think you have Brussels sprouts. And you think your Brussels sprouts are growing, but it turns out it's kale.
yeah. Yeah.
Like,
Just get to learn something new.
Get to
What
learn
you're
something
doing
new.
with kale. Make
Yes, yes.
it great. Yes.
So now with the Mercury conjoined the new moon, this is not just Mercury conjoined the moon, but it's also Mercury conjoined the sun. It's a transformation moment for Mercury because Mercury can't get too far away from the sun because its orbit is literally the closest. It can't get, I guess, more than one sign away of the sun at a time. So it doesn't really make a traditional aspect to the sun. So it doesn't make a sextile, it doesn't make a square, it doesn't make a trine, it doesn't make an opposition. So this is the only real time that Mercury gets to gather information and give it to the sun.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Is during a conjunction. So Mercury conjunctions with the sun are pivotal moments for Mercury's story.
Well, this is a big assignment for Mercury then.
It really is. So this is Mercury not only conjoining the sun, but in my notes, officially going into morning star position. Because from this moment on, it will actually rise before the sun. Not that it's actually going to be visible until it's approximately 15 degrees away, but it is officially a morning star.
Wow.
Yeah. That gives Mercury more masculine qualities. So I can see where I have this idea, I'm going to do it.
Yes. Yes.
Because it's in Scorpio, Mars ruled sign, I can see where Mercury then takes on more Aries attributes, looking or leaping before you look kind of thing, not having a plan before you start, which I highly recommend, especially with this all being opposite Uranus. You don't want to accidentally catch something on fire, okay? Like, settle down, like take time to sit and think and write down notes, like make a base plan before jumping into a project so you can then go, oh hey, this didn't work out, I'm gonna make a few more notes and try again.
Yes.
Instead of just going head first into the unknown, which seems like a really great idea, especially with it being a new moon.
Sometimes we need to gather feedback.
Yeah.
And then be more prepared the next time. That's lovely. That's lovely.
I guess the only other thing I can really say about the active energy of this new moon, it mostly has to do with Mercury being a part of the conjunction. Mercury started its retrograde in Sagittarius, which is a Jupiter-ruled sign, and Jupiter is part of the Grand Water Trine. So it started its backtracking. Mercury started its backtracking in Sagittarius. Basically, having Jupiter's influence is going to, before it went back into Scorpio, so last week, it conjoined Mars. Mars is the ruler of Scorpio. So it got influence from host, present, and future. So the planets that would then give Mercury resources. Before the new moon, Jupiter is in the Grand Water Trine in its exaltation, so it has the utmost high praise. It's dishing out fairy dust left and right because it has that ability. In trine with Mercury, new moon, which is amazing. New moons are just amazing. You think because you can't see it that it's a bad omen, but honestly, that's when the most beautiful things get started.
Wow.
During a transition moment for Mercury itself, like, it's just amazing. Really, it is. And I don't even know what all this is going to bring about until maybe 2 weeks from now when it's the next full moon.
Yeah.
So excited about this. Really, I am.
I can
All right,
tell.
so the next full moon is going to be in Gemini, which is a Mercury-ruled sign. So that's almost like when the moon finally gets to bring forth all the information that it got from Mercury. Okay.
To the sun?
To the world.
To the world.
Yeah.
I'm going, such an honorable, I don't even know what you call it, duty that it gets to present all of this fabulousness to the sun anyway.
Yeah.
I mean, it gets to, how exciting is that?
I mean, Mercury is like Hermes, the messenger of the gods, so...
Wow, and then there's more.
And then there's more, yeah. Okay, so the moon is at its furthest reaches from the Earth. It is literally at its furthest point during this new moon that it can possibly be. And then Mercury is doing what is considered an inferior conjunction, which just means it is at its closest reaches to the Earth as possible. So the moon and Mercury are literally at their closest at this point. So the fact that the next full moon, which whatever is seated now is fully realized then, is in a Mercury-ruled sign is just like...
Oh, wow. Yeah, I could almost see, like, the electric volts connecting from Mercury and the moon right now. Like, we're sharing it all.
Yes! Electric is actually a really good symbolism to throw in with this moon, especially with Uranus being involved.
Oh,
so there's that electric spark going on anyway.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Very good. Wonder I had such a weird vision. Okay, so where are we right now?
We're on Thursday.
We're on Thursday.
Yeah, that's all the energy of the new moon that happens on Thursday.
Okay, well then I am going to share these. So it is the last two goddess cards is what I've got, which is Bright Future. Stop worrying, Lakshmi, by the way. Stop worrying, everything is going to be fine. And what she happened to be standing on, I don't know because I haven't seen it. Ooh, because they were literally, well, like this, is the sorcerer, if you can see. And I can't read that now.
You are a magical person who can manifest your clear intentions into reality.
Thanks for helping us read.
Well, I'm sure everybody else can read it way better than me.
Probably. I was going to say it was just interesting that they, hey, bright future, but don't forget, you are it.
Mm-hmm.
That was lovely.
Beautiful, especially for the new moon. Like, Be mindful of your intentions right now. This is a
Yes.
very powerful moment. Like,
Amen. Okay, I'll hush now.
no, like it's cool. Like this is a very powerful moment. Like there is all that energy that is going on with the new moon. So be mindful of your thoughts. Be mindful of your actions. How are you treating yourself? How are you treating others? Like every action causes, well, there's a, what is the word? What is the word? A reaction, yeah, but there's another word, and when hearing it, there's always, well, not always, but often a negative connotation to it. But it's a repercussion. There's always repercussions for your actions, whether good or bad. Like in astrology, you have the free will to make choices, but it's your choices that create karma. Like karma is nothing more than the repercussions of your actions,
Yes.
whether good or bad.
Yes.
So,
wow, I feel like it is time to pay attention to what our actions are towards ourselves.
mm-hmm.
Like, are we treating ourselves the same way we are treating others? Or are we treating others differently than we treat ourselves? Wow, that was a big eye-opener. Okay, I'm done.
Right.
Sorry. Maybe that was just for me.
So, I guess we can move on to Friday.
Mm-hmm.
The sun's first interaction after the new moon is in a trine with Neptune. Neptune's at like 29 degrees, so the sun is at like 29 degrees, which also puts the sun opposite Uranus. All right, I don't know if you can see my little drawing down here again. So Uranus is over here in Taurus, which will then be opposite the sun over here, and the sun is in trine with Neptune. So that means Neptune and Uranus are in sextile to one each other.
Yes.
So there's this
little
kite thing going on, because there's the grand trine right here, and then there's the thing called a minor grand trine going on, which is what forms the whole kite thing. So this is just more otherworldly Uranian energy that gets to continue on with the grand water trine. Yeah. Well, otherworldly because of Neptune. Neptune is a little daydreamy, it's a little otherworldly, it's a little intoxicating. However, very similar to Saturn, because before the outer planets there was Saturn, so all the outer planets have Saturnian qualities.
Mm-hmm.
There is a dissolving factor to Neptune. So there's the thinking that something is solid when it's not. Especially with the grand water trine going on. I believe I've used this analogy before, but it reminds me of the magic sand that sticks together in water, but as soon as the water is no longer present, it just falls apart and is regular dry sand.
Yes. That's so much fun.
Mm-hmm. The sun is the light of the world, so it is what ideally should be just and right and true.
Mm-hmm.
So honestly, who the frick will frack knows, with it being opposite Uranus and in trine with Neptune, like, because Neptune and Uranus are outer planets, my guess is it's going to be something that is viewed as a collective at large. Like, this is not necessarily happening over in another country, even though it could be something that's happening over in another country. It could just be something that is happening widespread across the nation you reside in.
Wow.
It doesn't necessarily mean that it's affecting you personally, but it's not something that you can really escape because it's out in the world.
Wow. This could be really good, though.
It could be really good. I can't remember which is which, but Neptune or Uranus are associated with the internet. It may be Uranus, but I don't know, because I think Neptune could be associated with film. So they sort of kind of go hand in hand there. So I wouldn't be surprised if it's news footage that you see on the internet.
Yes.
That brings about this shocking realization of ideals and standards dissolving. Just a basic idea of what this could be.
Very cool. I have several things run through my mind.
Realization that even though we know that what we see on the internet isn't true, that, hey, there's all these filters that were put on this video and this is literally not real.
Yes.
This is AI generated.
Completely AI generated.
Yeah.
Yes, that could be it. And it was out there for the world to believe and see and how the reactions would be. Of course, I also got some magnificent image of what if all of a sudden everyone was able to share their farm wares with their neighbors without restriction.
I like that.
That was
I like that a lot.
lovely.
That actually isn't too unlikely, especially with Uranus being in Taurus. Taurus is sometimes, not always, associated with farming and farm animals. So that could be an interesting thing. Yeah.
That would be an interesting thing.
I could even see where it has something to do with something internationally, because Neptune is in Pisces and that is across the ocean.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's really cool. Well, I'm excited to find out what's happening because I always try to hold on to it as it is the betterment of humanity.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
That is.
Because I freaking love all y'all. I'm just wore out this evening. Please don't mind me. I'm here, though. I am here.
All right. Wow. So still on Friday. Sorry, I totally missed Thursday. After the new moon, the moon enters Sagittarius. On Friday, the moon conjoins Mars, who's in Sagittarius. I was so into talking about the new moon, I forgot that it literally switches signs that very same day.
I interrupted with cards.
It's okay.
We're human.
I have notes. I've shown them to you. You could have read it yourself if you know how to read the things.
I don't know what that was. Okay. You can see them, but I don't know what they mean.
So, Moon, Mars, Sagittarius. Hip surgery. I'm kidding.
Moon, Mars, Sagittarius. Wow. I'm trying to remember all the Sagittarius things I know.
Seeking knowledge. Wanting to share that knowledge, even with others. So,
it's Mars. I could see where you're like, hey, I got to tell you this thing.
Yeah, just being really assertive about wanting to share the information that you have learned.
Being slapped in the face with something you did not know.
Yeah.
Yeah. That could be a
thing. On Friday, I have written down, after the Moon-Mars conjunction, Mercury is still activating the Grand Water Trine. Because Sun is about to move into Sagittarius, which happens on Saturday. So Mercury is still upholding that lovely little triangle.
The kite bit.
Yeah, the kite. So, moving from Friday to Saturday, the sun enters Sagittarius.
Woohoo!
So, Moon conjoined Mars could have just been starting to read textbook for the class that you literally take starting that Saturday. Which, my astrology teacher's first year course is actually starting Saturday. So, if you happen to be taking his class, this could be you. Reading the textbook before you actually have to start the class. That's some nerdy stuff I would do. I have done. I still do.
Yes.
And then late on Saturday, late, like 11:30 to midnight late on Saturday, the moon enters Capricorn. So it probably won't actually be felt until Sunday.
We can see that. However, it means moon in Capricorn.
The moon in Capricorn is considered to be in its detriment. However, it's better than being in its fall.
Oh. Okay.
So Capricorn is a Saturn-ruled sign. And, alright, so how it goes, which is why is in its detriment, is the moon, any planet is considered to be in its detriment when it's opposite its, well, natural opposite.
Okay.
The moon is only in detriment in one sign, and the sun is in detriment in only one sign, because they are the two luminaries, and they are naturally opposite to Saturn, who, before all the outer planets, was the darkness. So, what is opposite the light other than the dark? So, part of the reason why the moon is in its detriment in Capricorn, because Capricorn is a Saturn-ruled sign.
Nice.
This is the hardships it takes to climb the mountain. This is the brutal winds that whip at your face as you're climbing to the top of Mount Everest. This is the lack of oxygen.
Yes.
By reaching those high altitudes. It's the bitter cold of the snow as you continue to climb.
Yes.
Yes.
Well, it may seem like a struggle, but it is simply something you have to go through in order to achieve your goal.
Yes.
Yes. So maybe don't make it so hard. I don't know. My thing was go maybe not stay out so late on Saturday. You want to have a good time.
You want to have a good time. So moon in Capricorn is kind of similar to the moon in Scorpio, where it's hardship, it's struggly, it's a little strifey. But it's not as rigid or sharp, I guess, as the moon in Scorpio. There's a little more ease there. The word grace comes to mind, but it's only really from the knowledge that is gained from the struggle that has been endured.
Yeah, there's a little honor in that.
It's just the cycle of life. Like,
I'm
a smelly wildebeest. It doesn't matter that I have flies on me, even though I don't appreciate it. I'm a smelly wildebeest. I'll get down the mountain and jump in a watering hole, and I will be fly-free soon enough.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. It just takes a minute to get where you need to be.
Okay.
It's okay.
And then late on Sunday.
Ooh.
Yes. Nothing super major, no major aspects happening, but Venus is officially in Grand Water Trine range.
Oh.
Yes.
Yay.
Which is why I'm like, it's all Grand Water Trine and New Moon. That's what this week is.
Water trine and new moon.
Water trine and new moon.
Of course, Venus is not going to be bad.
No.
That's all nice and pleasant as well.
Yeah. Yeah. Similar to the moon, which revolves around the world, which helps create the world we exist in. Venus sort of kind of helps create our world into being. There's a similarity there. Have I dived deeply into that theology yet? No, I haven't. So I can't fully explain it in many words. But Venus has this way of, well, the word grace comes to mind again. Bringing about ease and grace to the mortal realm, the material existence that we exist in. Yeah. If the moon is spinning into being the world of fortune, which is where we live, because isn't it so fortunate to even be alive?
Yes, it is, truly, no matter what things appear to be. It is a gift. I feel like this whole week is going to be about gaining knowledge, being able to see anew from the things you've learned, sorting things out even mentally, emotionally, with the knowledge you've gained, or being able to see someone else's perception of a thing can definitely help you through your travels when you're trying to get up the mountain. And remembering that someone somewhere has it harder than you, and they still make it through. So that's a good thing.
Not that
they're having a hard time. That you know they made it as well. So it is achievable regardless of what your circumstance may feel like or seem at the moment. Yeah. Wow. Kind of heavy, but still a little bittersweet. Yeah.
So, also, it reminds me of the phrase, what is it? How much worse can it get? Like, it can't.
I don't know, because I always say how much greater can it get.
I know. I'm thinking of, I don't know, there's a scene in Tarzan, the animated version, where Jane is like stuck up in a tree and she's leaning on one tree and her feet are on the other tree, and I think she goes, how much worse can it get? And then there's like a sudden downpour and she's in the middle of rain, like, why did you even ask how much worse can it get? Because clearly you got worse than what you were just in.
The universe shall provide whatever you request. Yes, and it is a request because you asked.
So how much greater can it get?
How much greater can it get?
How much greater can it get?
All right. Are we done with our...
What did I do with it? I don't know what I did with it. I had another card. Well,
here are the three to give you time to look for what you're searching for.
I was sitting on it.
Because they were... saving that one for later. There were three more of the ancient stones that came out. So we're just going to pop them up here. Oh, singing stones. Transmit your vibration. Use your voice.
That seems very appropriate.
Maybe we should be speaking out what we have learned. I have two more. Do you mind?
Not at all. What we feel.
Dancing with stones. Movement, teamwork, partnership. It is funny how all of these seem to be action at the moment. So take action on the knowledge that you gain. Wow. That is amazing. And the last one is hidden treasure. You're on the right track. Gift revealed. Look at that amazing thing.
I think this seems perfect for, well, the Mercury conjunction new moon.
Mm.
Especially with being in Scorpio. Like, here are all the deep hidden things that are coming to the surface.
That just shows me that no matter how difficult we think it's going to be, it is going to seem everything will come with ease and grace.
Yes, yes. That's another thing. It is a water trine. Water is
Soft and flowy
flowing
and
life-giving and
it will
transformative. All these lovely things.
all come with ease and grace.
I think it's fun. I've literally not pulled this card from this deck yet.
Wow!
When one star burns out, a brighter star will come. It's your universe rearranging itself better.
How reassuring. That is amazing. Wow, I love that. Just because it seems to be something gone, say goodbye. Oh, look, but I'm just showing up anew, brighter than ever for you.
And I like that it's stars because, well, we're all stardust.
Yes, we are. Yes, we are. Okay. That is that, right?
That is that.
Well, thank you so much for hanging out with us. I may have to crawl my little happy bum in the bed early. Sorry, I'm so exhausted.
Call me Starflower on
Rumble
and Instagram.
and Instagram. That's funny. And Kiki's Gypsy Patch for
Rumble.
Rumble and YouTube. There we go. It's all right. I just need a nap, honey. So we'll see you next week. And I hope this has provided some inspiration of learning and loving yourself and accepting all with ease and grace. Because what you set your mind to will happen.
And don't be afraid to ask questions.
Oh, always ask questions. Because knowledge is power. Okay.
Yes.
All right. See you next week.